Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, shop my stash, try on new makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. So I'm sure, as you could see from the title, today we're going to do hopefully a full face of makeup I forgot about, but drugstore edition. So if that sounds like a video you would like to see, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, hair is pulled back. I do have my primers on already, but I will show you everything that I use. My kids, my twins, are being extra loud. Apologies for that. I don't know if you can hear that. Also, the construction that's going on in front of me here right outside my window is still going on. So apologies. All right, so there will be some exceptions for this video. For me personally, brands like ColourPop, Undone, About Face, even though those makeup brands are more on the affordable side, for me, that isn't necessarily drugstore makeup because you can't walk into a drugstore and purchase the makeup. They're just on the least expensive side of Ulta. I did make an exception for this video. Okay, so for primers, I went in to this Undone Primer Oil. This reminds me of the Milk Makeup Oil Stick. It performs very similarly, just this one's a liquid, and the Milk Makeup is used the oil all over my face. And then this CoverGirl True Blend Pore Minimizing for my T-zone. I do enjoy this. I want to say there's probably a third left of this. And then for the perimeters of my face, I went into the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide. All of those are great primers and I do really enjoy them. I want to say the last time I did like a full face of drugstore, I went into the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Tinted Moisturizer Foundation. I think that's what it's called. So for today, we're gonna jump into this Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. I'm pretty sure that NYX and this foundation are the only 2 drugstore foundations I have in my entire foundation collection. This is the shade 60 Sandy Beige. I don't even know if this is still available, but as always, I link exact shades down below. This might be a tiny bit dark, but we'll see. I don't do too opaque of a base. I think I'll be able to make it work. Smashbox Stippling Foundation Brush. If you enjoy the Fenty foundation, the one that's in the tube that's a little bit more hydrating, not the matte one, or the newest one, this Maybelline foundation is pretty close to being not a dupe, because I don't believe dupes are 100% dupes. They're just a cheaper alternative that work almost identical. So I went in with about half a pump and I'm perfectly okay with what I see. I think if I put more, it won't match. That's all I'm going to put on for foundation. I'm pretty sure the last time I did a drugstore video, I used the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. These are 2 other options that I own in my collection. The Maybelline Superstay Activewear Concealer, and I have shade 22. I'm pretty sure this is a favorite of Angelica Nickvis. I thought it was a L'Oreal True Match, but I think it's this one. And the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. This one's really nice, although I do feel like this one is a little bit more full of coverage than the Maybelline. So I think we're gonna use this one today. If I feel like I need a tiny bit more coverage, I'll go in with the NYX. But this one is very liquidy. There's a hair on here. But I enjoy it. I think it's really nice, pretty natural. And I think the tone I have is decent, not too yellow. I was pleasantly surprised when I tried this concealer. Now, if you have any current drugstore favorites, let me know down below. I have definitely been wanting to try some new drugstore makeup. items. I do have my eye on that new Maybelline lipstick, the like the bear cloud whatnot. I forget what it's called, but there's like a, is it plushy bear? There's a bear is included somewhere in the promos, like a gummy bear maybe, I don't know. But yes, that liquid lipstick, is it from Maybelline? I think it's from Maybelline. I am interested in. Also the e.l.f. liquid bronzer. Those look really nice. I feel though like it's a mix between bronzing shades and sculpting shades. Okay, I did pour out just the tiniest bit of the NYX concealer. I do feel like I need a tiny bit here. Maybe here. I've got a lot of redness going on. And Flo did just come in. And Flo did just make an appearance late last night, early this morning, so that could be why. But it's fine. Okay, skin is looking so pretty, healthy, beautiful. I'm pretty sure the last drugstore makeup video I went into the Undone water tint water bronzer. Beautiful. I love this. It is so pretty. The formula is super interesting. It's basically like milk makeup jelly tint blushes, but in a hardened form and not jello. Love this. I don't think enough people talk about Undone Beauty. For today, I totally forgot that I do have the Milani Cream Bronzer, which I do really enjoy. I have the shade 120 Spilling Tea, and this is the Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer from Milani. It's a pretty warm tone shade. I also have the e.l.f., but this is the Luminous bronzing. This one looks a tiny bit more like maybe neutral, not as warm. So I'm gonna use this as my like kind of contour. And then I'll go into the Milani. This is the BK N15. I do enjoy this from e.l.f., but I would love to try the liquid version of this and see if I enjoy that more. This one. I do also have the original that they came out with that's not glowy, and also enjoy that. I feel like these were hit or miss for people. You either enjoyed them or you didn't. e.l.f. does absolutely amazing when it comes to their beauty products. Cannot deny that. They do try and dupe a lot of higher end brands, but you know, that helps out the consumers in providing something just as good, sometimes in some cases better than the original that will cost them more. Same brush. This Milani, it's like a cream to powder formulation, so if you want to put this on top of powder, you totally can. Okay, my skin is looking so good. See that? I haven't even powdered. Oh, because I'm gonna do cream blush. Duh. Okay. Last drugstore video I used the e.l.f. liquid camo blush. I'm pretty sure I did. This one is an exception. I'm going to show you a couple of options here. This is the blush balm from About Face. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful formula. It does stay a tiny bit tacky, so I personally do have to set it, but such a beautiful formula that is sold at Ulta. The Uoma by Sharon C. I think this is like a sister brand to Uoma Beauty, and I bought this at Walmart. This is the Flawless in Real Life Blush. Audacity, I think, is the shade. Also another absolutely beautiful formula. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, this is still sold at Walmart. And then last but not least, the Mega Cremes blush palette from Undone Beauty. This is a pretty close, not exact dupe to the Danessa Myricks blush palette that she came out with. Gosh, it's been what, 3 years ago? So I think there's two different colorways. This is like the darker of the two, and I love this. It's absolutely beautiful. I haven't used both of these in a while. Let me do a tiny bit of this one. This is the 112 from BK Beauty, and I'm gonna put that up here close to the temple. The Uoma Beauty doesn't stay as tacky as the Undone in the About Face. I want to say this one does dry down a tiny bit. Let me see that. Such a beautiful, like, fall tone. Okay, and I'm gonna dip a tiny bit into Undone, and I think I'm gonna try and stick to this one here, the mauve tone. That's why I picked the small brush, because I kind of knew I was going to jump into this blush palette. I typically just mix all three, and I'm gonna put that towards the front of my cheek. Okay, face is looking lovely. I'm gonna set my under eyes. This is a Chikuhodo large eye brush in, gosh, I don't have too many drugstore powders. I think I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh pressed powder, the Maybelline, gosh, what is it called? The one in the square container. I can't remember what it's called. The loose powder. I think I used that one last time. The NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop pressed powder, which I feel is a favorite for a lot of people who use drugstore often on their channel. So I'll use that for my under eyes and a tiny bit of the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation to set the rest of the face. Just a tiny bit because it does have some coverage. If you have any favorites from the drugstore, let me know. I feel the drugstore is lagging when it comes to good powders. I think number 7 is also a favorite. I never got to try that one. Anytime I've tried looking for my shade, it's just not available and I give up. Yeah, this next one is actually really good and I don't know why more people don't talk about it. The person I keep hearing rave about this is it Jasmine? I think her name is Jasmine from Juicy Jazz. Okay, now I'm gonna use the e.l.f. very lightly. This is just like an old Amazon brush I got like 10 years ago. I hope you can't hear my children too much. For bronzer, even though I do have to tread really softly, I am going to jump into the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I have the shade Deserve Butter. I believe it's the second or third lightest shade, and I am going to use the new brush from What's It Beauty, the R202. You see that? I literally barely tapped. You know what? I'm going to use the back of my hand because it can get out of hand. And this does smell really, really nice. Coconutty. If you don't enjoy that, probably stay away from this product. Okay, for blushes, I took out these two options. The Milani Tried and True Luminoso Baked Powder Blush. A lot of people love this. For me, it's a tiny bit too glowy. Just a tiny bit. And then the NYX Buttermelt blush. I have the shade Back in Butter. It's a tiny bit dark, but I'm going to see if I can make it work. I do already have a tiny bit of blush. It's not a drugstore blush. I did do a reel for Instagram, but it's fine. Okay, so you see that? It's like a beautiful berry wine tone. This is the Soft Cheek from Sonia G, and you can definitely see the pigment. So I am going to tap on my hand so that I don't have way too much pigment right off the bat. That is the only complaint I have about this Buttermelt line from NYX, is that you have to tread. Like I literally, this is how much I press. And you can see, and not only do I have to tap, but I also have to tap it on the back of my hand or else it's still too much. But yeah, the fact that you have to tread so, and I mean so softly, for me, that it's just not worth it. Yes, the blush is going to last you for pretty much ever and after you pass away and leave this world, but like, who wants that? You know, I don't, especially since I have so much makeup. It's like if they were going to be this pigmented, then maybe the component should have been smaller. This is the brush I used for my foundation because that blush can definitely get overboard without any effort. Okay, now I'm gonna put a tiny bit of the Milani, just a tiny bit. I did tap it because I I feel it can be too glowy. Okay, I feel like I do have 2 of the mini, what are they, truffle palettes from e.l.f. Gosh, but those are from when they first launched. Some ColourPop palettes. I do have a BH and another brand, I forget the name of it, that was sold at Target. I don't think that creator does YouTube anymore. I don't own too many drugstore palettes. I don't use my drugstore palettes really. I mean, I neglect a lot of my palettes. But for today's video, I pulled out this Nude Mood from ColourPop. And this came in a bundle that Juicy Jasmine did with ColourPop. And this was the palette she chose for that little bundle. So I'm going to create a quick little eye look with this beautiful, very neutral palette. And then we'll move on to the rest of the face. Rare Beauty eye primer on. Little Natasha Denona brush. Beautiful transition shade. This shade right here, Moody. The other one was Au Naturel. Little mini Natasha Denona. Outer corner. Okay, I think I only want to use one shimmer, and I'm going to use this one. And it's just a normal shimmery kind of shade. It does have a tiny bit of specks of sparkle, so it's not super boring. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that as far as the shimmer goes, because there's only 2 actual shimmer options that are sparkly. This is like a metallic shade. I'm going to use the lightest nude for my inner corner, and that is it for this eye look. I am going to drop off camera and do eyebrows and mascara. I do not have drugstore options for those 2 categories, so I'll be right back. Okay, I went into the Dominique Cosmetics brow pencil, What's a Beauty mascara, and the little Chanel sample of mascara I have, which is pretty much done. It's flaking on me. That is the #1 thing that is a huge no-no when it comes to mascaras, is if they flake. As soon as they start flaking, I'm done with the mascara. And then this eye look came out so pretty. It's very simple, but so pretty. It's been a minute since I've bought a ColourPop palette, but using these mattes, I remembered how pretty ColourPop palettes are. So it is on my list to hopefully buy a ColourPop palette soon. There's been a couple that I almost purchased, but I'm just waiting for that right one. Okay, I am gonna jump into this e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. It's like a dupe for the Charlotte Hollywood Flawless filter, but I'm gonna use this as a natural highlight since I do have the Milani Luminoso blush. I already look like I have a tiny bit of highlight, but I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more. I do have, what is it, the Juvia's Place highlighter. Is that the, oh, I have one from Revolution Beauty, but I honestly don't shop from Revolution Beauty too much anymore. I need to continue my declutter series. I'm gonna use the same brush I used for the cream products, cream blushes, the 112 from BK. I cannot find my favorite brush for liquid and cream highlighter, but it's the same fibers, or bristles I should say, as this one, so this works. Well, not just as good, but it'll do. I have not set my eyebrows. I set after I apply highlighter. And I do have, it's not really a drugstore option, but you can get it at Ulta. I have tried eyebrow products from the drugstore, like the NYX, what is it? The it's like the thin brow pencil. I've also tried the brow flick one, the pen, whatever it's called. I have also tried the e.l.f. eyebrow pencils. ColourPop is also a favorite. And then for brow gels, I don't think I've tried too many. So the Got To Be brow gel, it's decent. It's not the absolute best that I have tried when it comes to keeping my eyebrows in place, but it does do a decent job. Yeah, so you can get this at Ulta, not technically drugstore, because I don't know if you can get this at Walgreens. If you know, comment down below. Also comment down below a favorite drugstore brow product that keeps the brows in place and on check all day long. But yeah, I usually set my eyebrows after I highlight. And then also for mascaras, it's been a minute since I've bought a drugstore mascara. It's just the flaking is a deal breaker for me personally. Okay, I don't have too many drugstore lip products. I have more lip liners than lipsticks and lip glosses and liquid lips. Milani lip liners are good. NYX lip liners are good. ColourPop lip liners are good. Essence has some pretty good lip products. They're just not sold at Ulta anymore. I think the only place that you can buy Essence is now only on their website. My lips are dry and they're peeling because of the lip fillers. So if you see that, please excuse it. I did pull out the Ulta Beauty Weightless Water Lip Stain. This is like an orange tone, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. This is such a beautiful product. If you enjoy lip tints, this is perfect. It's like minimal. It's a nice one. I want the pink one. I just haven't gotten it because I honestly and truthfully do not need it. It's literally just a like wash of color. So if you enjoy that, you'll enjoy this. If you don't enjoy that, you won't enjoy this. But you see that? Oh, so pretty. And then I did pull out this little mini thing right here. It's from ColourPop. I'm pretty sure this is, well, is it? Little one. No, which one? I think BFF1 or BFF2 is the one that came in the kit that Juicy Jazz did with ColourPop. This one I purchased on my own, but as you can see, it's very well loved. Mine's falling apart like the bullet comes out. I'm just gonna line my lips a tiny bit. It's a little nude for this orangey tone, but it's fine because I don't mind if my lip liner is lighter than my lipstick. Kind of gives that like opposite ombre effect where it's lighter on the outside and darker on the inside, almost like popsicle lips. All right, my lovelies, makeup is done. The lips don't look as orange as I feel like they look on the viewfinder. Everything looks so pretty. My skin looks really nice. Definitely looks like a little bit more coverage than I normally would go for. Just by a tad bit, not by a lot. I just feel it looks a little more glam. That's perfectly okay. The eye look is so pretty, so simple. I would love to know what are some current favorites from the drugstore for you all. Maybe I need to try some of them. It's been a good minute since I've done like a drugstore purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think the makeup came out absolutely stunning. And if you own any of the makeup products that I used today, this is your sign to pull them out and use them. As you can see, everything looks absolutely beautiful. I feel like the drugstore kills it just as much as mainstream makeup brands. Hold one second. All right, my lovelies. Apologies ever since Hartley Girl has learned how to open that gate. I get interrupted. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely neglect my drugstore items, and it's not on purpose, I promise. Do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye.